I'm Mike Odom with the Faro Courier. Thank you, Mr. President. I just really wanted to, I made a public information request and I sent the email around about what I wanted to talk tonight about, to just get a general sense from you, if I could, about maybe the number of pending and recently concluded lawsuits, but also, more importantly, maybe if there are any imminent or pending trials which you expect to see happen. We have several long-standing cases. The Dias lawsuit is now more than 4 years old. The related Alabama Municipal Insurance Corporation lawsuit has been, I understand, kind of put on a hold or back burner until that other one is resolved. There's also the RIP v. City, or maybe now the insurance company case. Is it possible just to hear in general terms maybe a sort of a roundup of where things stand?
I would be glad to tell you if I knew.
Rick
I was going to say, yeah, Rick is the liaison for that, so he can speak to that.
Mike, I'm not going to answer all of your questions because I don't know the answers to all of them, but I will answer what I can. You'd asked about legal expenses. I will tell you that, and this is through April, the end of April, which would be, if I'm not mistaken, our halfway. That's our 6th month in the fiscal year. We had spent $246,160.16. And compared to 2011, we spent $292,785.10. So we're about $46,000 less there. The $246,000 is about 49%, a little bit over 49% of our projected budget. So we're doing pretty well there. That's in the general fund. In the gas fund, we're about $149 more than we spent in last year. And we're, for this year, at $5,088.64. That's about 42% of the budget. Electric fund, we're at zero, but believe it or not, zero isn't as well as we were doing last year. Last year we had a positive $185.50. So we're at zero there. On the water fund and sewer fund, water fund we're at $13,357.25, which is about $250 more than 2011, and that number is about 52% of the budget. Sewer fund, we are at $17,816.71, and that's about $2,000 less than 2011. I know that you'd asked for a breakdown on the per case, but I can't give you that. I don't have that.
I'm fine. Okay. Since I've got the request in,
I'm going to talk about the lawsuit now. The RIP versus City of Fairhope, Publix thing. As far as I know, we're dismissed, although I anticipate, I think our attorneys have told us that we can anticipate that they may try to file an amended complaint, but as of May 2nd of this year, we were dismissed. The city was dismissed. Dias lawsuit has been moved to the administrative docket. You'd have to ask Judge, I guess it's Judge Reed or whoever's, I don't even know who's hearing that case. The related AMIC case has been stayed pending resolution of the Dias case. Nickel Street, we were sued in that. That's been settled. There is a platform, I think, if you want to call it that, a patio with seats. It was done on an amicable basis with the two folks that had sued the city, so that's been settled. The Warhurst case, there are ongoing settlement discussions, and that's all I can tell you about that. The Dorsey-Henderson case was settled, and I can't tell you for how much or any of that stuff because of the limitations. Now, the First Baptist Church case, I have not, I don't know that I think I've seen the lawsuit, but I haven't seen the city's response. They may have to, the folks suing the Baptist Church and the city may or may not have to do some additional administrative things, I don't know. But that's what I know about, and those are the suits that are pending. If you know of other suits, I'm unaware of them.
Can I ask just one follow-up to that? The administrative docket, and maybe this question for Mr. Nguyen, I'm not really familiar with what that is. Does that mean it's reached a different sort of status?
No, Todd, you want to
It
answer
means
that?
that it's not active, it's not in active litigation.
Right. It's not, it has not resolved, but it's not in active litigation. I think that's probably the best way
Okay.
to say it.
So, last question. So generally then, the budget for the year must have been for litigation, in general terms, around $600,000?
You know, it was around 500,000. It was 500,000, but
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mike.